Transformation day 13 here. I just want to check in with everybody and give you some updates on what all's happening in my world. Let's see, I'm glad that we don't have smell-o-vision because I did take a shower this morning, but if I'd logged on earlier, it would not have been so good. I had a melting session last night. I told Brian if we ever strike it rich, I'm getting an air-conditioned bed because it seems that I melt more at night than any other time of the day. We have a window unit because we have an older home, but we have a brand new window unit, and I have that sucker set low. We have a ceiling fan. I have a blow fan that blows directly on me. And I still woke up in the middle of the night so hot. I was nauseous and had to get up and get cold rags to put on me and had sweated through my clothes again. But I have to say, if that's the worst I have to deal with, praise the Lord. That it's something else. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful if that's all I have to do. But air conditioning bedding sounds better every single day. I think air conditioning bedding is the way to go. Then I did get some relief from my right side from doing the change of the undershirt to a bra. However, by yesterday evening, my bra was kind of aggravating me. And so I asked Brian maybe if we could find a bra that was a little bit bigger around, because all I'm wearing are little just sports bras. They don't have any cups or anything. So my loving husband went to the closet and he opened my bra drawer and he was in there looking, and he's only measuring around the band of the bra, not anything else. And he brings out a bra and he says, "Oh baby, this one's bigger, we can wear it." And I'm in pain, I'm not paying attention, and he helps me put the bra on. It happened to fasten in the back, and as we put the bra on, I look down and I realize that it has cups. And for some reason at that moment, seeing the bra that I used to wear, and to be really honest, it was a little bit small in the cup before. Ladies understand that. And now it's just, just nothing. There's just literally nothing there. I broke down. I just broke down crying. And I'm not a crier. And Brian I'm sitting on the side of the bed and he's sitting in front of me and he's like, "What is wrong?" And I just couldn't say anything. I just start pinching his bra and I'm just looking at him, and I just took it off and I just said, "Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash." And he said, "Oh yeah. So he threw it away, and I'm like, "Just go get that sports bra back. I just want my sports bra." And so he goes and he gets my sports bra back, and I put my sports bra on, and I'm like, I don't even know why that upset me so much. And he's like, "It's okay. It's just one of those things." And then in his lovingness, he says, "Honey, you're beautiful." And that made me cry 10 times harder. I'm like, "I don't feel beautiful right now. I know you mean well, but I don't want to hear that. Just love me for me." And he's like, "I love you for you." And so it was just a little rough night last night. I was just emotional. It's just one of those things, I guess, that will come and go. So then I laid in bed for 2 hours trying to sleep. My mind was busy really on nothing, but it was busy nonetheless, and I couldn't really rest, but I tried. And then finally I said, I have to cut the TV off. I've just got to cut everything off. Let's put on a little music and just see if I can go to sleep. So we did. And I was able to finally get a little rest after that. But just seeing that bra, and then I told him this morning, I said, "Gee, it's a realization that I'm probably going to have other clothes that I'm going to try on that are going to be goners." And that's something I'm just going to have to think about. And I told him, I said, "So, there's some pros and cons to this. The con is that That's acceptance. That still is part of the transformation process for me. A pro is I'm going to get to go shopping. So, it's a double-edged sword for him. But it's just going to be what it is. And I'm just going to have to embrace that. And it's just part of spreading those wings and letting them flap. Because I'm still staying firm in my choice for me for no reconstruction. This is the right path for me. I did post some pictures earlier if you want to look at them. If you don't. But they are some pictures of some of my sites and things that I keep talking about. And so if you want to look at them, take a peek. Yesterday, I left you off with, since I was not a candidate for the double surgery for, for reconstruction and my mastectomy, that then I became a candidate to go ahead and have the double surgery for my ovaries and tubes out at the same time as I would have my mastectomy. For the type of cancer that I have, my cancer is fed or driven by hormones. So even though at one point I was told that I was already postmenopausal by my OBGYN that I had locally, when they actually pull the very sensitive numbers for cancer, it doesn't seem that that was exactly 100% for the sensitivity that they needed for this. So I needed to have my ovaries removed. Dr. Birdwell asked me, she said, well, do you know an OBGYN here? And I said, I know no one here but you. I researched and I looked and I found you. So I know no one. And I said, but I would like to have it done at the same time if I can. She says, well, I'm willing to do that, but we can't delay your surgery more than, like 2 weeks because of the aggressiveness of your cancer. So we need to get on it. We need to get it done quickly. And I said, well, I trust you. And I would like you to find somebody that is like-minded and would be in our same boat, so to speak. And so she did. She found Dr. LaRue. And Dr. LaRue is in my entrance, which is a plus. And she made an appointment and they sent me over to meet her. And Brian and I went. And when she came in, she says, well, Dr. Emmett, because that was my doctor's name before she got married, and she recently got married. I mean, Dr. Birdwell, she talked to me on the phone, and Dr. LaRue knew about me. Like, she knew my case. I could tell that they had really talked about me and that they had reviewed my case and everything. And she saw me. She talked about everything. She talked about my cancer. She talked about when I was tested 10 years ago at Mayo Clinic, and she talked about all of these things. I mean, she knew my case and she cared. She did my examination and she said, it would be my privilege to do the second surgery for you. And she said, and if I were you, I would be making the same choices that you're making. And I had such peace. I mean, that peace that I had didn't ripple with her. She was like-minded, she cared, and I knew that the right person had been chosen for me. So with that, I said, perfect. So they tried to schedule this double surgery. Well, evidently, double surgery isn't as common, I guess, if it's scheduled as you would think. I guess it's much more common, like if you come in an emergency, like on Grey's Anatomy, and the surgeons go in and, 2 or 3 people are working on you at one time. It's real common on TV, but not so common so much in real life. So they took quite a bit of coordination between Dr. Birdwell's office, Dr. LaRue's office, and the hospital. But they worked it out, and I got on the surgery schedule. I got to see Dr. Birdwell prior to my surgery in the office. Then I saw Dr. LaRue one more time in her office, and I signed all of her consents. And then I went over to the hospital, which was a little bit of confusion because there were 2 sets of orders, one for each doctor. One doctor did pre-op one way, one doctor does a pre-op another way. They made me do all kinds of testing, which was A-okay, no problems, but we made it. And then we were ready for Transformation Day. And I called it my Transformation Day because to me, it wasn't just a surgery. It's more than just a surgery. It's more than just going in and having a mastectomy done. It really is a transformation. It's an amputation. And I don't think sometimes that, even myself, I'm going to just say, I don't think that I ever really thought of it that much. You know, we say she had a mastectomy. Okay. You know, is it like having your appendix out? You know, I didn't really think about the gravity of that. And, you know, I told Brian, I said, is it like, it's like losing a limb? You know, I would tell him, you know, they gave me the options, you know, I had every option known to man, you know. And I said, to me, it's like, do I want to be a one-legged woman and just have one breast? Or did I want to have two breasts? Or did I want to have no breast? Or do I want to have two prostheses? It's a lot of processing. And the thing with breast is it in a lot of people's eyes in society, it's what gives you your femininity. So if you don't have breasts, are you not feminine? It's our culture. It's the way people see you. So for me, it is a transformation. It's a transformation of breaking out of the norm, going against the grain, changing my mindset of everything that's been ingrained in me even, and of what society thinks. But for one thing for sure for me is I choose health and I choose life. So it's difficult. But, you know, the thing about it too is that, you know, a year ago, I was given the same diagnosis, pretty much. I mean, they were pretty adamant I had breast cancer then. And I received what I consider a miracle. You know, the spot was there. It looked just like Texas. It's on the films if they go back and look at them. But it's not there. It wasn't there when they removed my breast. And even Dr. Birdwell said that's considered a medical miracle. You know, where did that go? She said things like that don't just happen. She said that's a medical miracle. She said, I don't know what else to tell you that you got. And I said, I agree. But, you know, I don't think that I grasped the gravity of that in the time. And so when all this was getting really close and I started really struggling with the whole concept, a dear lady in our church, her name's Siobhan, she lost her daughter and her husband in a very tragic accident. They drowned. Her daughter drowned, and then her husband jumped in to save her, and he also drowned. And Siobhan gave her testimony at church. And she was pregnant at the time, and they had a little one. And I remember sitting, it's available on our church website. I remember I shared it on my own personal website. Her testimony is powerful. And I sat and listened to her testimony at church. And then right behind that, our pastor showed a film where he went to his pastoral, I don't know, conference or whatever they have. And there was a gentleman there, and he talked about scars and what do our scars do. And it's a testimony about he and his wife. He has scars, and how his wife would touch his scar and how he didn't like it, and he would draw back from her, and all of these things. And oh my gosh, I was broken between those two things. I was so broken because I could see myself in their two testimonies in different little places, not the same by any means have I been through what they've been through, but little pieces of their testimony spoke to my heart. And it was on a Sunday, which means I was on call. But the Lord allowed me to get through service, and I remember I left there. And as soon as I left, I got called out. And in hospice, when you get called out, it's, usually for a death or for someone who's urgently in need. And I did. Someone had passed, and I remember I went to that visit. And when I left that visit, I was coming back. And those of you who don't live around here may not know, but those of us who do, I was in the little town of Peoria, which is between Whitney and Hillsboro. There's no cell service out there. And I just started talking to the Lord, and I said, why? This is like just a week or two before my surgery. I said, why? Why? I am freaking mad because all these doctors, everything's lined up, everything's ready to go. Now I'm just in holding pattern, waiting for my turn. But I have to know why. A year ago, you healed me. You just came down miraculously. You touched me. You healed me. I told you then that I would be your vessel, that you could do with my life whatever you wanted, and that still stands true today. But why a year ago did you touch me and you healed me and you led me to believe that that was it? But then now you're going to let it come back? What kind of God are you? And everyone has their own experience with the Lord. Everybody has their own thing. But when the Lord speaks to me, it's not like I hear this big, profound voice that says, Lynette, this is God. I don't have that. I hear this still, small spirit, and it makes me tight across my chest. And I can just silently just kind of hear him whisper to me. And I felt like I knew what he was saying to me so much that I actually could remember it very definitely. And I came home and I told Brian right away. I said, oh my gosh, Brian, the Lord spoke to me, and he told me some very important things. And he was like, what did the Lord tell you? And I said, he told me about, I'm looking for it in my phone because he made me record it, because he's like, you're not going to remember this, and it's very profound. He was telling me about why, because I kept asking why. And, why isn't really the question that I needed to know. What I needed to know was, why now? Why now? Why after a year? I think I could have accepted it a little better if it had been a longer. But for me, it was like, why now? You just fixed this last year. Did you really fix it then? Was it a ploy? And so this is what he said to me. A fallen world cannot cure a fallen world. It is the miracle of modern medicine, which is the hand of God at work. And I said, okay, I get it. Fine. You're not going to heal me miraculously this time. You want to use modern medicine. Fine. And I said, but why did you not do it the way you did it last year? And then he says, last year was a miraculous healing, but the lessons were not learned. Now, let me tell you what. If that won't suck the wind out of your sail and make you sit on the side of the road for about 5 minutes and sob, I don't know what will, because what I call that is a God spanking. It was a miraculous healing, but the lessons were not learned. So, I had to really, really think about that. What was supposed to be learned that I didn't learn last year? What was supposed to happen that didn't happen last year? So it really made me start looking and searching in the Bible. And it really made me start inwardly looking at myself and finding out, what did I take for granted? Or what did I really not believe last year that I should have believed. So there's a lot that I've been learning on this trip and on this journey. And I'm going to share with you what all I learned and what all I have learned so far. I'm still learning every day. But I'm going to share some of what I've learned with you next time. And just fill you in on a little bit of that. And then how that has made me see that this is more of a transformation than just a one and done kind of thing. Because it's not just a one and done. It really is a transformation. So I will see y'all next time. Y'all have an amazing day. I have lost track of all days. All days, like I have no track of any kind of days. So Brian tells me it's Saturday. So y'all have an amazing Saturday. And hopefully I'll be on tomorrow. But tomorrow is Sunday and that's church day. So we'll see if I get on or not. All right. So love to y'all all. Love your family. Spend some quality time with them all. Keep God first. Love y'all. Later.